Hello, hello, hello! It's Thursday and I am late, so I greatly apologize for that. Um, but we should go ahead and get into it. This is actually, I don't know what's wrong with my computer. Not wrong, it's just the music is actually coming loud at me. I hope it's not too loud into the speakers or into the sensory, whatever, on OBS here. If you can't tell, if you don't recognize the soundtrack, we're back to Isles of Sea and Sky because it is Thinky Thursday, and this is on Thursdays is when we play puzzle games. Um, so yeah, that's the idea for today. I'm gonna see. Ooh, okay, actually, this should work, I think. If OBS is actually cooperating today. It recognizes that Isles of Sea and Sky is a window that I can use here. But it does not appear to be capturing it, which is unfortunate. Okay, in that case... Okay, yeah. That's not working, because of course it's not. Alright, so we shall instead... Can I do a specific window? Nope. Alright, back to our default from the past few days, which is just showing my entire monitor. Alright, but yes, we should be doing pretty well. And of course, Isles of Sea and Sky, anytime I click away from the game for whatever reason, it goes away. Anyway, we are back into Isles of Sea and Sky right now. We are on our second major island. And I'll say second major island because there are a bunch of smaller ones all around the archipelago. Where we left off last time is I was struggling on this water island, trying to get the last of the blue gems to get this goddess's power to use. Now, you can, if you don't remember from last time, or if you're just familiar with the game, you can already probably tell that this particular screen has now been solved. Because there's no blue gem sitting over here, and we've got a little octopus fellow sitting over here. So what happened was, over the weekend, I did try to play it for a little while, got frustrated. I think I played for like 20, 25 minutes or so. Went to go online to see if there were any hints I could find. I don't like looking for hints very often, but I was really getting stumped. And the nice thing about this is I started watching someone else playing this island. They got up to here and they did not solve it. However, they did something with the blocks over here that I had completely forgotten was possible, in the sense that they had moved this block onto the spikes and then moved it out of the way to interact with further without having triggered the pit. And I don't know how I didn't figure that out myself last time, but we did. So I didn't actually watch the person solve the puzzle because they didn't. They just had... Actually, yeah, they were just here. They didn't follow through because they were still struggling as well. But having seen them do that, I stopped watching the video because I instantly knew what I needed to do, and I solved this level. Now, the other thing about this level is it introduces these little octopus fellows. These are mimics. If you try to push them into an interactable item, they become that item. And so, like the rest of this level, I ended up solving, pushing the mimic to the teleport, moving it over, and then doing other things with the blocks to get to the final area. So that's how this ended up solved. I stopped playing after I solved it because I wanted to leave as little a gap as possible between the last playthrough and this playthrough. So, we now have 3 keys, which means we can get that star over there. We also now have mimics available to us, like over here. We will need mimics to get to that other star right there. Can I just push that mimic into the hole without transforming it? I can, but I don't think I can walk Yeah. Oh, and actually what I need to do is push one of the blocks over. That's what's up with this one. So I need... Oh! Hello. That's different. What does that mean? Does that mean anything? Or is that just an effect? I think that's just an effect. Anyway, what we can do now is actually get a block active. Bring everything. Just as we can. Now, I wonder what happens if you push a block into a mimic. Doesn't do much. That's fine. Don't need to do much. So we'll do one block doing this. So what I think I'm going to do here is we need to push this mimic into the block to get things to work properly. Now, can a mimic copy another mimic? It can. Awesome. So now that easily solves that. We get that little star. We're up to 11. We can also just immediately come over here, get that star. Alright, so we now have this mimic power. Look at that. Okay, we're okay. So I do this, now I can move over here. Let's open this up. Now, first things first, I can do that. Now, I need to push a water block into these other water blocks so that we can get some of these paths open. Now, this mimic doesn't look like it can move unless we trigger this block. So what I need to do first, let's make you into a water block. Move over. Now I need to be careful here. I don't think that, can I push the water into the water? I think I can. Oops, not what I meant to do. Yes. Now I can not do that. We can go around a bit further. Well, no, hang on a minute here. I need to turn that mimic into a water block before I get to this point, because now everything's just kind of locked. So let me reset this level here. Actually, let's do this first while we're up here. Open that. Let's make you a water block because we can. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to put the actual block in there, didn't I? I did. Okay, hang on. We'll reset this. Come back down here. Try to solve all of you. We have this open now, which doesn't help us a ton, from what I can tell. So what we need to, so let's try to map this out. We need to get, here, you move over there for a moment. Oh, you can't even push that down. Okay. Push you down for a moment. Because what we need to do is get a water block, even if it's just a mimic, down to here. We also need someone on that. And on that. Okay, so we need... We need one hard block in that hole. Then we need we need a water block on here. A water block on here. And a water block over there. So in other words, we need to be able to move... Wait a minute. If we have someone sitting on here, then that block becomes movable. That will help us. That will help us. Okay. How we do that, I'm not entirely sure. Let's start with our first move here. So we turn as many people as possible into water blocks. Temporarily have you here. Move you over. Oh, that was not smart. I needed to push it down one more, because that's what I did last time. So I can't push it now. Alright, starting over here. Move one. Move two. Get that temporarily there. Push it down twice. With that down, this is now down over here. We can push this over. And we now have, actually, I think I'm going to use this block. Oh, no. Okay, that was not smart. That was not the move to do. Or it might be. Hang on. It was not the move to do. Because I do this. And I'm stuck. So that was not the move to do. I wonder if the hard block is the one that goes onto this lever down the way. I feel like it probably does. Because I'm quite certain of these. This comes over here. I think this comes over here now. Or does it? Did I mess this up as well? If I go there, yeah, I really messed that one up. Okay. We can solve this, though. I'm quite certain that this is how we're supposed to start the thing. Now we have freedom to move all of these other guys around. Let's move move you there. You are now free to push with whatever direction we want, whenever and wherever. Actually, let's... What I want to do. If we want to do freedom to push wherever and whenever, that's what we want. That does this. But here's the thing. If I push this onto that spot right now, I lose access to this guy. So hang on. Mimic, can you change your mimic type? You cannot. Okay. So the question now is, how do I get everything over where it needs to go? Because I'm quite certain that this block has to sit on this lever while we get everyone else working. Because so what we need, let's go back, what we need. We need 1 water to get onto here, as well as 1 wood to get, no, another water over. We have to use the other water block, which means we need to bring the wood down. How do we get the wood onto this lever while getting the water around the wood? It'd be great if we could open that, but we need to ring the bell to do it, and to ring the bell we need to hit all of the levers. Wait a minute. Nope, nope. For a moment I thought maybe I could get around to this side of it, but that doesn't work. This is... Can't do anything like that. Wait a minute. Could do this. I don't think... Wait. There we go. There we go. Alright, now I gotta be careful with how we move this water guy around. Or do we? I think I just messed up. Yeah, I think I just messed up. Oh, we got so far. Alright, so I need to be able to work around this stuff a little bit better than what I just did. Because I need to be able to push the mimic into one of his friends. But I can't really get under it at the moment. Alright, resetting the room. Oh, that took so long. Alright. See if I can remember what I did. It was like this. Okay. Now, before we jump to any conclusions here, how are we going to move our friends around? So we now have the ability to push this guy down. It would be nice if we maybe push him down into... Hang on. No, that doesn't work. Hang on, can you float on the water? Like so? You can. Awesome. That gives us a little bit more freedom to push blocks around. So now if I do this, you're that. So now I can individually push each of you around. You do this. Or you do this. Once more. Wait a minute, how do I get it? There we are. Oh, we did it. This level is now solved. Get that out of the way. Let's go solve this one now. We need to get you set up. Actually, we didn't even need to do that, because that was already completely open to us. So, alright, what we need right now is to... Let's see, so if we want to open access to all of these mimics, we need to deal with you, which means we need to get a block transported down to this hole. Alright, first things first, we do this. Do that. Push that. Get that down in there. Well, that was a failure. Reset the room. That wasn't the worst idea, though. If we... Oh, hang on. I think I see. We get this over here. Push you into the wall. Not quite what I was expecting to do, but we'll take it. I guess we just solved that room now? We got the one music note there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. This room is largely solved. But we can now open this. Before we do that, let's go around. That's for late. Wait, that's not necessarily just for later. There are no mimics to work with on this particular level. So we still have to figure out a different way to get to that sort of gong thing. Little dragonfly, what are you doing? You went south. Wait for me. Oops, it's not what I necessarily meant to do. All the mimics. So the thing is, we want to be able to push mimics. So we need to get all three to look like the block. And then push them into... So how do we get that to work? I don't know. Let's follow the dragonfly south, though. Hello? Ooh, flashy flash, what happened? This is all very new. Oh, hello. What does that all mean? Clearly, this is a puzzle that we'll have to learn about later. Oops. Can't do that yet. Oh, whoops, I'm locked from over there. Can't go over here. Okay, can't do that. If unlock this... Some sort of, like, eagle shape on that rock. Hello. What's all this? I don't see any obvious... Okay. Oh, oops. Fair enough. That is open. Let's do this first. Okay. Same thing. Let's go. Alright. Can't go that way. And this is just a puzzle, apparently. Now, I think this is something I can get into now. No, I can get into part, but not the whole. Can't go over here, though. Don't have powers enough to get through there yet. Can't get into there. Where? What? I don't remember this place before. Alright, well, this looks like an obvious first push, but is the obvious deceiving? I feel like the obviousness there is deceiving. Because what are we trying to do? We are trying to get to the blue gem in the upper right. Which means we're filling in a lot of stuff. How much are we filling in here? And what are we doing with it all as we get there? I'm really curious about that star thing because there are 2 sets of spikes. I don't even know if it's possible to unlock that star. I don't think it has to be possible. Now, you are interesting. You have a mimic. Just to our whatever here. Alright, let's just start exploring. Hello. Oh. That's not what I want. Or is it? If I do this now, I am now stuck. Let's reset the room. So that really does nothing for us. It does get us over here. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm not stuck. But we put water right there again. Oh, that didn't work like I wanted it to. Now that's just running us into a wall. Yeah. Obviously not what we want to do. Let's look around still. Okay, I'm here. Okay. That is now permanently open. Wait a minute, I've been here before. I have been here before. Okay, hang on. So, I think the thing to do here for the moment is this, that. Then we can do similar. Okay, that's not exactly what we would have wanted. Now that I'm looking at it, because this is now just spinning us. Actually, that's not spinning us anywhere. Oh, here's a... That's convenient. So I shall do this. This. So now we're here. Now I'm stuck though, because if I do this, I drown. So I have to reset the room. That's okay though, because we've opened up new pathways. So what we really want to do here... Okay. Do that first. I think do the... Wait, before I get rid of that completely. I actually think I just messed that up. No, I didn't. Hang on. So I can do this, that, do this, do that. And unfortunately now, I should have copied one more of the mimics, but I know how to do it now. Here, get over here. Oh, not quite what I wanted, but that's fine. We push you over. Get that. Okay, that's fine and dandy. We can't get to the key right now because we would need the other box. But we don't need the box to get the blue gem. And that's kind of what I'm more interested in right now. Besides, we can keep pushing boxes if we really wanted to. And get them over where we need them to be. Meantime, though, we're just gonna do this. That gets me there. We will need the key. We will absolutely need the key at some point. How I beat this level, I don't know. I guess it could be possible for me to... Well, if I push all those blocks over, that doesn't really help. Alright. Did I look over here already? I think I did. I did not. Alright, so that's a start. I don't like where I am right now. We would want to push that other block open. They're there, and that just fills that. Wait a minute. We're not completely stuck here. So I can either... I don't want to go left yet. We're going to go down. Open that. We'll figure out how to open the rest of that later. Oh, we've got rock buddies in here, in addition to the mimic buddies. So what do we need to do? Let's open what we can. Hello? Green? Come back! Well, let me look over this way first. Frog? Oh, I know where we are. We've been, or at least we've been here before. There's the entrance. So there's a little bunch of keys over there. Okay, you going that way. I don't think I can go that way. I cannot. That's rude. I can't even go that way on this level. So, alright, let's... Before we start mixing topics... Look. Alright, so... The question is, we want to move... Okay, we can do this. Move this temporarily down. Move this all the way over. Open both of those. Okay, so that's all open for if and when we want to use those. Oh, this looks new. How do I even get over there? There's like a little whirlpool over there. That's interesting. What's over this way? Oh, wow. This is an interesting little puzzle. Open you. I don't have anything I can push around at the moment, though. Hello, there's the red one. Oh. I hit a music note, okay. Now, mimics, we need you to be blocks so that we can push... Okay. Let's see what we can do here. That's probably not what I was supposed to start with, but we can at least do this. Alright, hang on. I feel like I've already lost. Because these things don't float. Or they only half float. With this as it is, I can't make the mimic into that, and then we're stuck. So I drop the mimic into the hole. Yeah. So the thing is, I can maybe push one of these over the first hole. You know, I think... Yeah, I think I need to push one of them over the first hole. Get it close. Oh no, that's not going to work. Because yeah, if I do this, Oh, that's definitely not what I wanted to do. I thought it would. I can step on those. The boxes can't. Hang on. We got it. Hang on. Alright. Easy enough. Now clearly there's another ability that we don't quite have access to yet. That makes... Uh-oh. Hang on. Reset the room. No, I can't push that at all. So what does that even mean? Because I would, in theory, walk over and push into something over there, and that's not what we need here. Oh, there's the red. Come back here. Ooh! Something happened. We're still missing where the other green went. You, we still haven't solved properly. Also, I've completely lost track of what map is where at this point. Jason. Okay. Alright, it's not really doing anything for us right now. We solved this room. Oh, we know. Okay, there's a second note that's been triggered up there. Interesting. This room is solved. This one's not solved yet. We can walk up that way in theory. Getting up to here. Okay, but we need to get... Oh, you're... Okay, you're already solved. Why do we have a teleport thing here? Doesn't do much. Okay, that's all that is. If we can make our way over to this teleport thing, that'd be nice. But there's no obvious way around all of this. Hang on, but we can use what we learned last time. But now everything's stuck, isn't it? It is. Alright, so we need to... what do we need to do here? Let's start by making one of these guys just water. Because we only need 3. Well, okay, but we can't push the other one at the moment. Oh, I didn't even make that transition like I wanted it to. Yeah, we can't do this, right? We cannot. I feel like I had the right idea to start with by making you start unless we need to make one of these guys get out of the way first. Because if we move one up somehow, this shouldn't be too hard. I'm making it way harder than it needs to be, I think. I also don't know what these other teleport symbols are they're showing off here, so that doesn't help. Now, that's a star limit of 30, so I don't even think I can make it all the way. Because even if I get that key... Yeah, actually, now that I look at this, even if I manage to get that key, I can't go past the star thing. Can't go past the block, because I can't get here. So we're going to do that. We'll just leave for now. Okay, so I need to... Oh! Hang on, so I need to move these blocks in some way that gets this active so I can get to those flippers, and the flippers will let me navigate water. Interesting. Now, how I ultimately do that, I don't know. Now, one thing I haven't messed with at all is I really haven't done much water level manipulation so far. Where was that level with all of the golems in it? Is that somewhere over here? I'm honestly losing track. I need to... Okay, here's green. You know what I need to do? I think what I need to do here is make some sort of... how am I going to do this? We are going to make a little block thing here. That's not quite what I wanted. There we go. Because that grid, they noted... I think there's supposed to be a grid that we're working with here. So I'm going to try to start doing that. So I think our goal point is down here. I'm going to do mid. So that's that. I'll have to backtrack as to where each dragonfly started and where it's supposed to go. So that was 1. We're on 2, just heading straight left. 3. So we go up. So I think what we just did if we started with the green dragonfly here, hang on, we're just going to do all this. Our green dragonfly was here. We just did 1, 2, 3, I think. Yeah. So that means this is our kind of entrance island. So I'm going to put the E here. I should find some way to signify how these are all connected. And actually, so E goes right, down, yeah. Okay, hang on. Let's figure out how best to note all this. So D actually gets the directional thing that way. Oh, no. Oh, right. I don't want... No, stop, stop, stop. B. So this now... How do we do the text wrapping? It's not Shift-Enter. It's not Control-Enter. But I want this. Is it Alt-Enter? Yes! Okay, so then we got that. So I got we're just gonna do something there. So this is looking okay. So we can now see D goes over, up, and over. We're gonna... this would probably be easier for me to do on pencil and paper and not have to flip back. You know what? Why am I flipping back and forth? Let me take this silly little... whatever. You know what? No, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, and so then... this can, from the entrance, go up or down. I should have been noting that earlier as well. So this now gives us E. E. Oh, not what I meant. Alt-Enter. It's such a weird control. But you know what? Alright. And of course, E should... close enough. And the thing is, we also now want to keep track of our dragonflies. Actually, you know, let's not make this text green. We've got a dragonfly here. Let's make it... that was our green one. And I think it had gone up. We'll have to reset it. We'll have to reset it. That gets us to below area. I knew that. And then back to this. Okay, yes, this makes sense because... if I recall correctly, this had a split in it. Which went the other direction as well. Actually keeping track of what is and isn't properly connected makes sense. Although I don't like now how I'm using that vertical bar both for a split and for the up and down arrows. How's a better way to do the split? You know, we'll use that to show it's a hard split between the two areas. Okay. So if we want to go back to where the dragonfly's map is, we have to go up and around, I think. Alright, let's try that out. Oh, yeah. That's not where I want to be. I want to be here, over, down, down again. Yes. Oh, so the green is not here at the moment. But that is where we are right now. So somewhere we need to get blue and yellow. You know, maybe... Okay, well, hang on. We knew green is over there. We know that. And I should take note of what we just did. Okay, so we're at the bottom right. We're at the bottom left. You can go up. Basically only goes up. There are two ways to go up. And that's how we get back into the other... no, we can't do that just yet. Ooh, so that is a one-way. With this in our way. But yes. There's lots of little interconnectivities here. So this, we need it to... Oops. That. Well, no, hang on a minute. I messed that up. Because that is... Oh, that's right. So yeah, it does not go to the right here. It is just a straight up and down. I did not mess it up. Just don't have this. So that's where we are there. And again, this one can go each direction, but there is a number of interesting cutoffs there. So how am I going to notate this? You know, we're going to notate it this way, but instead of an O, it's not open, put an X there for the moment. I have to just re-find where all our dang dragonflies are. So wait, you are open on all four sides. All four sides this room is. So, dash, O, dash, No, we don't have a pod racer, a TIE fighter here, whatever we got. We want to do that. Alright, let's at least locate where the other dragonflies are. So at the above 4-directional, this is also 4-directional. But there is a cutoff here, in a way. So I'm going to mark this O-O, especially because it's a water height-based extra here. We can get everything except the gong on this one. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna mark that so that we know there's something else there. I'm gonna take this over, but it is limited somewhat. I'm not sure if this is gonna make sense to me in the future. I really don't know. Alright, so here's yellow. And yeah, it looks like you can go... Hang on. So there are connections here. You can go down, and you can go to the right. They are somewhat connected, because we can do this. And just come straight back down. Yeah, so I mean, these are... I mean, there's a one-way there, and a one-way with the teleporter. So it's actually not that disconnected. But here's yellow. So actually, yeah, I'm not even going to do this. Here we have O dash and down. And actually, it's not an O, it's a D, because here is our yellow dragonfly. And I can now see maybe the red dragonfly might be in that upper corner. I vaguely recall us seeing it when we came up that way. But while we're here, let's activate this yellow dragonfly. Where do you go, buddy? You go down. Now you bring us here, and you're trying to lead us straight down. And there's magic. We keep going down. So green is the one we haven't, like, brought over properly. I guess we chased red earlier. So let's actually go see if we can get green. We might not be able to get green without the flippers. Yes, if I take you want to go north, and then you want to go that way, and we need the flippers to do that. Okay. But we can't get the flippers until we solve that other problem. Or, hang on. If I can map my way around, can I go north from here? I can. There it is, and it wants to go north again. Okay. We've got all of them now. I think. That just leaves the question as to where the light blue dragonfly will be. I mean, that's not where I want to be. Now if I go down this way, they are all here. The question is, where is the light blue dragonfly? So we know green is over here. Kind of led us on an interesting path. Yellow was up here and just led us straight down, essentially. So where would the light blue like just be in the center of the map? not what I want to do. Because this would be the center, right? Yeah. So we go up here. We already got everything there. I don't want to go on the turtle and leave. It's got to be something I haven't explored yet. So let's move around. Alright, so now here's this. There's nothing here that we haven't seen before. So that makes me believe we should be able to solve this level without too much pain. You would think. So... now how do you even... I don't get how you, little mimic, factor into things. Because we can't do anything with you except push you into the portal. And the portal just puts you in another corner, which means we still can't do anything with you. So what I'm going to try to do here... I don't... So what do I... Here's the thing. If I do this... that doesn't... because what I want to do is to get something pushed up that way. Hang on. No, I need to have... these spike pits are really cramping my style. If I do this, nothing. So this is the puzzle that's really kind of stumping me at the moment. There's also that. There's a fire over here. There's a water level change device over here. Alright, here's where the weirdness begins. So what I want to do first is just drop these two switches, which means I need to... start with that, I think. Now... I need... you... Do that, I believe. Well, that didn't work like I wanted it to. Let's reset the level there. Now, why do we have you like that? Do we need you to be water? Because what we need to do is push a bunch of these blocks into those holes and then push something else on top of the block. So excuse me. First thing I'm going to do this is not working the way I wanted it to. There we go. No. Oh. Oh dear. I already failed. Oh! You can just do that, huh? Alright. That's interesting. Oh, that's right, because that's a different style of thing. Can you break that arrow? You cannot, and now you're stuck. Honestly, though, why is that there? That's breakable. Oh, nope. Messed that one up. Because, see, that water block could go onto that upper right switch. But the golem is in the way. I don't see how to get the golem off the wall otherwise. And so here's the thing. I also don't really care at the moment because the only things we have here are stars. This doesn't really unlock much for us. Yeah, this doesn't actually advance the plot at all. But what I should be doing... Why are you back here? Did you leave your perch? If the green left while the others didn't, why? No, okay, so it's there, it's there. If that's the case, hang on. That does nothing. And that's still stuck. Okay. No, I wonder. I think I saw some, like... I have 15 stars right now, so I'm wondering... What if 15 is just where I'm supposed to be right now, and I move on somewhere else? Oop. Is there an ability I'm missing that I won't get until I look elsewhere? Because I am now definitely curious. Alright, well, let's see what we got. We go to this lava rock here. So that takes 35. Excuse me. Don't have that ability yet. Oh! So those are all little pushable things. Oh, hello. Alright, so we've got stamina to worry about here. Okay, but lava rock is not where we should be right now. I feel like there had to have been a 15 somewhere. You know, it would be good for me to actually, like, take notes of where the star limits are. Clearly, there's going to be an ability that gets me through this room. Okay. I've just completely forgotten about how this area... Obviously, I shouldn't say obviously. I have not done this before, so... Hang on. Okay, we've now freed a lot here. Oh, I think I wheeled and dealed with my friends too much. He's gonna... Okay, they're all stuck in corners now, so... That is not the solution that was intended here. Or, okay, so here's the thing. I have an extra box now. If I choose to use it. Um... Have to do that first. Still think that's necessary. Now he's available to do something else. Okay, he is available. Well, now, no. I'm in the same problem I was before. I'm in the same problem I was before. I do this, I do that, and we're done. I've also only got one music note on this level so far. Feels like I should get more. Actually, hang on. If I... send this guy there to start with. I don't even need to use him to get that done. Then you can just do your thing. Got another star! Okay. Alright, now it's... So there's a gem, or a shard of some sort up there. How do we get to that? Oh wow, hang on, how do we get to that? Huzzah! Interesting. Symbol on the ground pointed us in the right direction there. Now, we still haven't solved that, but there's a cave over here that we might be able to get in behind. Okay. Almost, but not quite. Actually, not even almost. That really didn't help. Let's not kid ourselves here. So there's red, which means another... There's no cave over here that we can immediately use. That's all solved. That's all solved. Well, there's a random hole up there. There's a 15. Now, why would we want to hit this? I don't know why, but we do seem to have access to this new area. This looks like it's something I've already solved. Oh, well, because it was probably cordoned off, so this is the new area now. Nothing much happening there. I feel like these gray blocks can be crushed. Alright, so what we first need to do is find the lever. Okay, I see the lever. How do we crush that lever with what we've got? I can see doing this. And that traps us. So the thing that we need to do is get him down there. I should do this one first. Okay, great. But now what? Because that does nothing for us. Can't really move you. Reset the level there. First things first, let's try this. It does nothing. I'm thinking here. So, I'm trying to look through all of the different things. We got... I like how that one golem was just like... Their idol is to, like, beat their chests. That's kind of funny. Hang on a minute. Can I just... crush those completely? I can, but what does that do for me? So if I do this, and walk over, I get that issue. And now we're stuck. Okay, it's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought. Especially because I can then get him and push him down to that other... Hang on. That might be something. Because I can now have him crush that. The problem is, how do I get something... Wait a minute, if I... What else can we do here? So what we can do is just take this box and just be real kind of silly with it. Well, now it's stuck. If we push him, he drops here and we're done for. So that didn't work either. The real problem is, how do we get this guy useful? So what would be nice... Yeah, I don't know. Can't... That's all blocked off. I don't get why we have different colored blocks. There's got to be a reason for that. Like, if I just do this, that does nothing. So we need to get that open somehow. We've got multiple blocks we can use. But how they help or don't help, I don't know at the moment. Because that's just kind of stuck there. if I... Well, that doesn't help. But it could. Hang on, let me... We're gonna try one crazy thing here. Which I'm now just realizing my crazy idea is already just not gonna work. Eh! I was about to say, what if I push this block into these over and down so that it sits here when I push this guy over? But that doesn't do us any good. Wait a minute. Maybe it does do us some good. I'm not thinking this through properly at the moment, but we do this, this. There we go. Alright, now here's the problem. Even with those open now, I can't use this golem for anything yet. But we did have that one permanent thing open now. So I can do this without losing use of this guy or this block. Now what does that do for us, if anything? I feel like these golden blocks are still a problem. Because, let's see, we can't get rid of this without figuring out that block. And I think we need to get rid of this and this if I want to be able to maneuver into this other area. So I think I'm stuck there for the moment. Here's the other cave. Hey, look, it's water. Interesting. Let's go this way. Hey, golem buddy. Thank you. I'm not seeing any of the secret passage stuff at the moment. No. The secret passage stuff is all, like, purple. Where are we now? Hello? There's one of them. I think this gets back. Ooh, oh, hello. This is interesting. Alright. So how in the world... just keep moving, honestly. Or, yep. Oh, okay, I need to do that the other direction. No, other direction doesn't necessarily work either. And I messed that up completely. Also, just doing the first one doesn't really help. And now how do I get out of here? I don't. And this... Okay. That one is easy enough. But now how to get past this? There we go. And now for this. Oh, we prime one corner and then come in on the other. Okay. Blast that. Whoa. Not. Oh, wow. What is... Okay, interesting. Awesome. Oh, I don't think that's what I wanted to do. And yeah, so here is a area that we're going to struggle with. Why didn't I find this the last time I was here? Alright. I like the maze aspect. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay. There we go. Let's bust all those out. Boom. Oh my. Look at this puzzle. Well, okay. So we need golems on switches. So we've got 3 golems, 3 colored switches. Alright, so I think the first thing to do... Let's just send you flying. Okay. Next up is to... Oh, actually, that doesn't work now, does it? Because we now can't access any of the other switches as long as he's standing there. Which means I think I have now made myself messed up a little bit. There's nothing else I can do in here, so... The thing to do... We have to order how we push these guys around. So green somehow needs to be the last thing that we push in. Okay, hang on. If we put... Okay, hang on. Okay, if we put anyone on any of the switches, these columns beneath me rise up. Can our guys jump over switches that way, though? That is the question that I have right now. How do you guys handle columns? Not super well. If I do this, you just kind of end. Okay. In which case we are stuck. Can I send all three of them rolling at once? Or what happens if I just try to send two rolling at once? What happens? Yeah, I should have seen that one coming. Because anytime someone lands on one of the switches, those columns pop up, and then we're stuck. So there's something else that I'm clearly missing here. And I don't know what. I don't know what. We'll have to look around elsewhere. Also, we need to find more of these music notes, apparently. I've only got the one. So that dark blue in the caves is something that we now have available. I'm just so gonna be lost in here the whole time, aren't I? Yeah. Wait a minute. The answer... Oh, that was dumb of me. If I do this, just do this. Oh. Can we get a chain reaction going? Oh, hello! Alright, well, that's nice to have that open. Let's redo all this. Now, as long as we can get you to the correct spot, which we know is just doing this. There we go. All right, the one-time use there. Open that to get the star. We go up. which doesn't do much for us. So what we're still looking for is bottom left. Might be this way. There we go. Alright, so somewhere now, wherever that remaining thing is. Oh, I'm short 1 star to get here. That's unfortunate. There's the star. You know, I'm not sure I'm a fan of fake walls in video games. Oh, that was just completely traversable. I'm an idiot. What are those little whirlwinds? No. There we go. What are you? Okay. So these hints, I was looking at this, and it's like there's got to be something in that second slot. And I can't do anything here yet. In fact, this is completely just a wind ability that I don't have. Which means I can also do just complete traversal from over here, can't I? Let's make this easier on ourselves for later. Because I can, yeah, that's just easily traversable. Alright, let's find a way... Somewhere around here, if I remember correctly, there were other... Okay, so... There are other puzzles that we need to solve around this island on the overworld with those, like, little mystery movement things. So we just need to go find some of them. Right there. Honestly, I'm just random. What is that? Something down. Something down, something. Oh. Down, right, up. Oh, so there's actually multiple things. That was the answer that we did a moment ago. that is a different thing. It's not downright up, up. Ah. So something right down something. Something right down something. Gotta see if we can find the last hint of whatever it is. There's gotta be a hidden... It's not, okay. And there's all of this. There's that dragon thing again. Actually, I want to... That wasn't what I needed. Much better. Some extra keys. Keys are always nice. So yeah, that was something right down. Where is this other wiggly puzzle? That's what I want to know. Where's the other wiggly puzzle here? Not there. Still only have the one bit of music. Up is the first one. This is where the god is. We already got our powers from you. There's wind available up here, but we don't know much else about it. I feel like I'm going in circles here. So up, right, down, whatever. If we can just find this last thing, you know, we might not be able to. It might be buried somewhere deep underground where we can't access it yet. See no purple... Yeah. We've been here already. There's so much over there. There's a gauntlets thing. Oh, wow. Okay, hang on. And there's a gem. Okay, how do we get... Right past that door. Okay. Now, why do we have 3 things solved here and this bottom one seemingly correct? Like, what did we do correct? What are we still missing? Oh, hang on. There's traversable water outside the edge there, and maybe over that way. Hang on. Hang on. Right now, we're just grasping at straws. Okay. Oh, yep. So then that gets stuck over there. That's stuck over there. Is this our traversable water? It is. Okay, well... I'm failing a lot here. We are definitely at the 2-hour mark, so... we might do a little bit of seafaring here just to, like, finish off. Just because we can. See if this 20 stars gives us anything we weren't aware of earlier. Because, like, see that red block right there? We have to solve, like, the fire island or lava island. A large one, I should say. For that to make sense. See, there's a 30 right there. What's this little guy do for us? Hey, that... wait, do we have green powers? We do not. 7? Okay. Well, let's see. That doesn't help us. That looks like it's swimmable if we had the flippers. We could push him down. I could also just, actually, what we're gonna do, yeah, we're gonna do this. I think it will be smarter. Oh no! I pushed it the wrong direction onto the thing. Reset the room. Before we do much more with you... well, no, we're gonna move you completely. Push you down. Because we need to... something like this for this to work. Then same thing we were talking before, we can push this down. Now what can we do here? So actually, yeah, we should have moved the block over before we... no, that wouldn't have worked either. And now I'm trying to think. How do we get someone on... oh, okay, hang on. Sacrificing... oh, no, because we need... Hang on, no. Alright, reset. We'll get this right. We're actually gonna leave you there for the moment. If I can get in here. Push you over. As we were saying earlier, this goes up. So we need to push the block. Well, no, because we want the block on the purple switch so that we can push our guy. Wait, no, that still doesn't work. Yeah, I know you're thumping your chest here. Because the ideal thing here is we get the block on the purple switch so that the column goes away, and then we launch our guy into the red portal from the left so that he's moving right from the red portal through the pink portal, through the green portal, and all the way to the gem. Not all the way to the gem, because what we would want is this right there so that when he comes blasting through, comes speeding out this way, hits the spikes, but destroys the box as he does so. The problem is, how do we get him? No, I got this, I think now. If he has nowhere to go, then I think he stops. He does stop. Now the problem, if I move right now, what happens? I die. So now I'm stuck. Alright, I've got the bits and pieces. So that means we can't have the golem just stop on the red portal like that, because that does lock us out of everything. Hang on. So if we have the blue block pushed through the blue portal such that the golem only moves one, that might be a way through. Now, how we do that when he's already through like that will take some finagling. Because at this point, we have to get him out. And once we get him out, I don't think we can get him back. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I don't need to move him to start with. I'm so dumb. We needed to do that to get out of the room in the first place. But that is not a necessity for us otherwise. So what we do is this. So now he will, if we push the golem, he will stop. lined up properly, and then we can worry about moving the blue block to yes. This switch. This should work. Awesome. Ooh, that was close. Alright, so I got the little treasure. I'm still not entirely sure how to get the star, so let's reset the room and see what we can do. Now again, we don't have to have him go flying every time. Now, if he goes into one of the holes, does he fill it? No, he just goes away. So, what we need is to somehow not somehow, this is easy enough. Okay, hang on. Let's get the purple block moved in place. Got my idea here. So if we move the purple block just all the way down, right here, then we go and get our guy. Oh, wait a minute. What I wanted to do is get him on this wall. Oh, I need to move the purple block to where he is first. Or blue block, purple block. I think I've been saying both. Alright, so do we do that? Do this. Now again, move the block to where he is first. And then we can drop him in. Awesome. Move him over where he needs to go. Drop him. Get the star. Awesome. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't mean we can get this key. The key is only accessed by water from over here, which is fine by us. We can do that. Now, there is more to this island once we get the green block ability. But we are doing well, I think. That we can go through, yes. That needs 30 stars. We don't have that yet. Ice Island, we get to have fun with ice puzzles. 49 stars, not for us today. But yes, so we have now gone overtime, which is fine because we started late. So, oop, there's a 15. We could open that a while ago. Alright, ooh, Lava Island. We can get lava abilities. Let's not worry about that just yet. So, let's get the mini island here, see what that is. What can we do here? Not a lot to start with. Yeah, so can't really do that. Can't sneak over here. Ooh, keys. We can get that key thing. There's a star for us. Green block. We can't green block. That's an interesting bell. Green block there, so we can't go through, but we can get this key. We can get that 21. Alright, what do we got to work with here? We've got a mimic and some blocks the mimic can work with. Oh. That wasn't great. Let's reset the room. Yeah. We need this mimic to actually be water. Can I push you into a waterfall and make you water? No. Alright. If I do that, I'm still dead there, yeah. I guess we'll let this be for now. I think we need the flippers and we need the green block ability, wherever the green block one comes from. So, we will move on to a lava island here. Volcano, I should say. Firewalker, visit the raging volcano. Alright, so now you have to take careful steps. If you want to do anything of note. Ooh. Oh, I am so dead. So... you can take a maximum of 4 steps, which means you have to find paths of 3 to reset yourself. Now what happens if we push one of these blocks? Oh. Okay, those spots don't seem special. I did want to get that block into that hole, though. Got a key. Yeah, we'll get more fire resistance later, because that key down there, we literally cannot get with our current level of fire resistance. Oh, there's the girl again. Oh, she flies. She's got a wand. Hello? What was that for? What am I supposed to do with that, huh? That's just actual lava. Oh. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Alright, so that is not what I needed from that. How do we break that box? Oh, why am I doing this pushy push? I can... Oh. Why does that feel like it's gonna boom? It did boom. So those will blow up. Oh, I didn't... Okay. Reset that. Let's do that. Okay, that still didn't do what I wanted it to. Because it got pushed away. What does this box do? Okay, that just burns up. I got your puzzle. What are you doing to me? What? Another vision. We've got a serpent in the sea approaching an island. Oh, here are the four gods. Okay, the serpent and okay, there's a hero. It looks like the girl. The girl and the four gods are fighting the serpent. Well, I guess the serpent defeated them all, so it's now our job to recharge everybody, basically. I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to be looking at. Interesting. Alright, so before we get too deep into the volcano, I think this is a great spot to save again. I probably should have done that like 10 minutes ago, but I do really like Isles of Sea and Sky here. There's clearly... It's not built that you can just solve one island completely and move on to the rest. There's a lot that's not telling you. It's really... Even though I haven't played the original Legend of Zelda, just from what I've seen, this feels like it. And this feels also, I guess, a little like a Metroidvania in the sense that, again, there are sections of islands where you cannot complete them until you come back with other skills. So it's a fun mix of those concepts. And of course, I love my puzzle games. So yeah, I think this is going well. This is definitely going to be something we are playing every Thursday for a while, I think. I may even start doing this on the weekends just to get more of it in. We'll see how that all goes. Hope everyone enjoyed. Again, I might play on the weekends. If not, I will see you all next week on Tuesday. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube right now, now's all the fun time to do all the fun YouTube stuff. Hit like if you like the video, subscribe and ring the bell if you want to see more like this. I have a link down in the description to my Ko-fi page if you want to support me for any reason. It is always appreciated. And thank you, Meredith, for the follow. You popped in just at the end. If you've been watching for a while, I hope you've been enjoying. But yeah, we are going to call it a night right now. Again, just finished getting more than 2 hours in on this game. We will be playing it more, maybe this weekend, certainly next week, and I've got other games I'll play on Tuesday. So with that, I will see y'all later. Bye.